What's going on YouTube? This is your boy from Africa. Today I'm right here. I'm in the middle of both of my trucks. Alright, this truck has zero issue going on, but my driver truck, you guys see I have the hood open and everything. I'm gonna be doing a Allison transmission service. Sorry man, there's a couple of buzz out here. I don't know what's going on. So you're first gonna need to purchase, this is not the Allison transmission, how you call the filter. This one is for the outside, okay? There are two different filters, and you're gonna need to purchase your gasket or O-ring. I would say gasket, okay? So we're gonna need to get the transmission filter. This is the one that go inside the transmission. Where you have to remove the drain pan completely. And I will explain, I will show you guys step by step if you stick around, okay? So these are the transmission fluid we're definitely gonna need. You definitely wanna make sure if you're dealing with Allison transmission, you wanna get this 668. On Amazon, it's pretty cheap, and we need 3.5 gallon, but unfortunately, they don't sell half gallon, so you have to buy 4 gallon and use 3.5 and keep the half home just in case, who knows. So for the tool we're gonna need to begin this job is what? 15 millimeter, right? 15 millimeter to remove the drain plug, and we need a 14 millimeter to remove the drain pan. Get the dipstick out to create some sort of vacuum, okay? So we're gonna put the 15 millimeter right there, all right? And if you have 3/8, that would be nice. It's also the 15 millimeter in 1/2 inch. That's up to you. And then take this bad boy out, all right? And I got my little bucket here, kind of like get it in so it don't shoot on the floor. Get this out real quick. All right, gotta drain the fluid first before. There you go. You guys can see the filter right here, a little dirty filter. We're gonna take it out also. Make sure we get all the fluid out before we remove all these bowl, take down the pan. So now we're gonna go ahead and remove the filter. You can use the regular filter wrench, get that for the truck stop, whatever. On Amazon will be cheaper. Truck stop will kill you on that. So you can see not a lot in this. To me, this transmission will definitely due for servicing. All right, I'm gonna push the bucket, or just leave this one right here and take my spare bucket and put it underneath. And put it underneath the filter section right there, right? All right, removing the filter could be very, very simple. You got to see here, you got plenty of room to remove the filter. It's just like a regular oil filter, things like that. Pretty easy, guys, to remove, okay? You guys can see there. It's coming out. Alrighty. This filter been on this for a long time, guys, but we got it coming out. Like I say, I have gloves, but I'm pretty bad when it comes to wearing gloves, right? To be honest with you. So you guys go ahead and put on your glove to keep yourself safe. You guys see there, we got all that fluid coming out. So that's one of the reasons we have to remove filter and everything before we attempt to remove the drain pan. And this right here, I'm just gonna let it drop right into the thing, just like that, guys. That's it. So this filter is supposed to have a magnet over here, right? Unfortunately, this one don't have a magnet, and the dealership sold me the new filter without a magnet. On Amazon, the filter from the dealership and the filter on Amazon, same price, but it also have the magnet including the price. And it's sad that the dealership did not include magnet. I asked the dealership, hey, do you have a magnet? She have no idea what I was talking about. So you definitely have to have a magnet over here. The magnet is to hold metal pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order the filter that has a magnet, or I'm going to order the magnet on Amazon. When it come in, I'm just going to remove the new filter and put the magnet right on and put the filter back on. I don't have to replace the filter or anything like that. Just order the magnet, because the magnet will help hold on to all the dirt coming from the piece of metal coming from the transmission when you're shifting gear and stuff like that. So you want to keep that in mind, okay? All right, so we're gonna switch to the 14 millimeter and kind of like started removing this guy right here. They're pretty easy to come out. You guys can see It's coming out already. All right, that's a good thing. They're not too tight. All right, and walk your way all around, remove all of these. Make sure you don't misplace these guys. You definitely have to put everything back on just like the way you took it out. Alrighty, so just like that, use a 14mm and walk your way around and take it out. So this right here, there you go, pretty easy to come out. Same thing over here. Like I said, feel free to put on gloves if you want to. All right, walk your way around here, repeat the same thing. There we go. Take it out. So I'm going to use more extension. All right. You see the extension? I'm going to use another extension. All right. There you go. Make sure it's kind of really long, right? There you go. You guys can see now. I have enough room. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and put the drain plug on. The reason to that is that I'm going to need to go underneath the pan in order to remove all the rest of the bowl, right? I don't want for the how you call the fluid to get in my eye. So that's the reason I'm putting the drain plug. This is super fun to do, to be honest with you. Very easy to do. There's no reason a dealership or any mechanic should be charging more money for stuff like this. There you go. There we go. Got that out. So taking the last one out, you guys see the transmission pan is about to fall. So I'm going to hold it, assist that with my hand. All right. And just finish it up with my hand. Let me see. There we go. Take this out with my hand because the pan is coming out. Okay. There we go. We got the last one out. Now we're gonna remove the pan. Just pull it right out, guys. Do not touch anything over here. You guys can see the filter. That's the filter right there, guys. Alrighty. And we're gonna just put that right underneath there because we got some fluid coming from the filter. Alright. So this is your transmission, guys. Alright. I don't advise you to touch it. Ooh, there you go. There you go. There you go. I don't advise you to touch anything over here. The only thing we're going to do is just wipe around this, okay, around the seal section, so that when we put the new seal, you know, nothing gonna block that from how you call that, sealing right. So right now, all these wiring, whatever, we don't touch anything out here. I'm just gonna let the fluid keep dropping for a little bit. So here we have our pan. You guys can see the the gasket is kind of sticking on it. And at some point, when I bought the gasket from the dealership, it wasn't in the box, and something tells me that this guy could easily take the the old gasket and kind of fix it, clean it pretty good and give it to you, right? So I see really there's nothing honestly wrong with this. One of the reasons that people buy the new gasket is that when you take the old one, just in case you see that it's melt or something, yeah. But I would recommend you change it because a transmission is something very critical. You definitely want to make sure you're putting everything brand new, right? So I will recommend that you change it. So we're gonna compare the part number really quick. All right, for the filter, you guys can see over here the last number ending 824. So let's go to the new one here and see. So the new filter, we got the last number ending 824. That's the correct part number right there. So what we're gonna do right now is to dump the entire fluid from the pan and clean the pan really good. If you got like a potty knife or whatever you call that, kind of like clean these things really good. I came with some alcohol. You guys can see over here I got some alcohol, and this right here got a little bit of sandpaper thing on it. I'm gonna kind of clean it pretty good. It's up to you what you want to use to clean this, okay? There's no product I recommend to clean it. Just make sure that it's completely clean, and I will go ahead and show you guys what it looks like after I'm done cleaning it. So before I started cleaning, I want to show you guys, this right here is a magnet, so it hold like a dirt. This is inside the pan. You guys can see that black, this is a piece of metal coming from the transmission, right? So when you're doing your cleaning process, do not be, you know, hey, what is this? Go ahead and clean it, all right? Go ahead and clean it really good and get all the dirt off it. You guys can see what it looks like, right? So it stay shining, really nice and clean and everything like that. I just wanted to remind you guys, you know, what you're gonna see while you're cleaning. So this is what I have so far. All right, it looking super clean, really nice looking. So this is a new gasket. As you guys can see, it looks like it's the exact gasket that we're looking for. All right, so it fit pretty well to me. All right, the reason it's kind of like this, I think it got like a, you know, middle piece in it or something, so you just have to stretch it a little bit in order for that to line up. So I'm gonna take the new filter and make sure you have no dirt on it. Like you guys can see that right there. I have to wipe it off. I think that's coming from my hand. I gotta wipe it off. Do not put any oil or grease on the O-ring, right? Because if you do so, it's gonna slip off. You need that to stay dry so you can push it in and it stay there in order for you to put the pan on it. So do not put any oil on this. So let's take this bad boy and put it right back on, guys. So before we put the pan back on, just gonna grab a rag. Like I said, do not touch any part, just around the how you call the unit. All right, where we put the bowl, right? That's what we're going to wipe. The reason to that is that if any dirt are going to prevent our seal from sealing right, you guys can see that, right? Just around there. Do not touch the transmission itself, not like that. You don't want to touch any of that. So after we finish that, all right, at this point you have to be very, very fast. We're going to take the how you call the filter, all right, and plug it into this right here. So if you guys see over here, that's where we're going to plug the filter, just like this. All right, put it in just like that. All right, you guys see it? Make sure you get into that hole. Be careful. You know, we got some oil dripping and all of that. You don't want that to come in your eye. So it's gonna be just like this, right? But then you want to be really quick to put the pan back on. It's gonna stay just like that. Plug it in and leave it just like that, guys. And what we're gonna do now is to take our pan and just drop it in just like this, guys. All right, go straight through. Just like that, guys. All right, make sure you line up one of the hole and then put your first bowl, right? Do not over tighten, and then you'll be able to, all right, you see there, we're gonna put this right here. It's gonna go in if the O-ring is not interrupting, right? Just like that. So after you hand tie this, the first one, that will allow the pan to not come falling on you, right? But do not over tighten it, because you have to go around and line up the O-ring, right? So we're gonna come here, you know, and line up the O-ring on this side right here, right? So we're gonna put over here for now. All right, that should be good to walk your way around and make sure everything is lined up, like the O-ring is lined up. You guys can see here, we got the O-ring here. We're gonna put some over here, and make sure it's lined up before you go ahead and use any tool to tighten it. I got my O-ring here. That's the first one here, and that's the second one that I put on right there. Like I said, just to allow me to leave this. So here, I'm gonna go ahead. You guys can see here, the O-ring should be good over here. You guys can see that it just fall right in there. All right, go ahead and hand tie, give it a little push, and kind of hand tie there. You see there, it's not coming out. That's good. So that tells you that we have the O-ring perfectly lined up everywhere, right? I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing all around before we use the power tool or whatever. At this point, I'm not gonna use the power tool. If you have a torque wrench, check your owner manual and do it, but I'm just gonna do it by hand manually. I'm not gonna use the power tool because I don't want to over tighten this right here, right? So it's gonna cause trouble down the road taking it out. So I'm gonna come on the other side here to put this right here. Just make sure that they go through the O-ring. You guys can see that, and give it a push. All right, and kind of hand tie there. At this point, it should be good now. All right, you don't want to do anything that's gonna cause you trouble down the road. So if you're doing a DIY, take your time. You know, being a best DIY person is all about being patient. Be patient, take your time, and do it the right way. You don't want to take shortcut by doing it yourself, saving money, but then also it's going to cause you trouble down the road, right? So take your time and do it, just like that. So you guys see it, the O-ring is lined up pretty good everywhere over here, as you guys can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the bowl, and then, you know, go ahead and put the filter on. I will show you guys why I'm putting the filter on. So I went ahead and put all the, you know, all my bowl back on, and I tightened it down. Like I said, you guys could check out your owner manual for more instruction on, you know, the torque or stuff like that. But right now, everything looks good to me. So tighten it down, everything looks great. All right, we got our new filter. Unfortunately, I don't have the magnet on this one. If you guys are about to perform this job, when you're buying the filter, ask for the magnet. The magnet's a round magnet that lay right in the middle of this right here. So what we're gonna do at this point is open the fluid. All right, it's brand new, by the way. Go ahead, open it. And you know what I'm gonna do here, make sure your hands are clean. Put my hand in it, you know, and kind of like lubricate the O-ring. Okay, do not leave this dry. Just gotta make sure you lubricate that, and you know, put a little bit of transmission fluid in it. All right, before you go ahead and install that. So that's what I'm gonna do in a minute. Just gonna remove my phone. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of fluid inside. You guys can see the cutter. You know, that should be enough, right? Just like that should be enough. So the next thing I'm gonna do here, go ahead and cover this right here. You guys see the color is different from what we have in the bucket there, right? Completely different. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the transmission real quick. I'm gonna put a little bit more there real quick and see what we have. So alrighty, we're gonna take the filter, just spin it right on. This is the easier part of the job anyway. Make sure you wipe your filter housing, which I already did mine, and put this on and hand tie it first. All right, once you're done hand tighting, then you can take your wrench and, you know, put some muscle on there. Okay, yeah, that's looking good to me. And I'm gonna grab my filter wrench and tighten it down, guys. There we go. Once your wrench started slipping off the filter, let it go. The last thing we're gonna do here is take our 15 millimeter and tie this and then we're gonna be done down here. Okay, so I did realize that my 14mm are a little big, so you guys want to try the 13 as well. When I was tightening it, sometimes it's kind of like slipping off, so you guys definitely want to try the 13mm and make sure that you get a good seal on this right here. You don't want any transmission leaking over here. All right, I got my 15mm right here, 15mm, and I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this bad boy right here. You guys can see it. That should be good right there. And next thing I'm gonna do, make sure I wipe it. The reason I'm wiping it is that a day from now, or just a couple hours from now, if I see any fluid or liquid coming out of this, that means that there's a leak, then I need to tighten it more. And also do yourself a favor by wiping around these as well, so that will give you a better idea if any leaks or anything. Make sure you wipe it, make sure it's dry and everything, so that if you see any liquid coming from around here, that means you got a leak. So it means you need to, put more power on it to tighten it. Okay, but for now we should be good. We got our brand new filter. We went ahead and tightened this. I already sealed everything around it. We're gonna remove the dipstick, complete it. All right, and just put that somewhere. So I already pre-loosened my container. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of like twist it up like this. And you refill your transmission fluid from the dipstick, guys. Just want to let you guys know. I don't have any code on this vehicle. I'm just doing a transmission service. So you guys want to check out a video on how to reset your code. If I have time later, I might be able to show you guys, but there's ton of videos on how to reset a code. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove my fender. So now I'm gonna clean my dipstick and put it right back in, guys. All right, so I wiped my dipstick and I'm putting it right back in here. Load it. Make sure you wipe it, guys. You don't want to put any dirt inside your transmission. Everything we're doing here is to make sure your transmission stay clean, right? So wipe your dipstick and put it in. All right, at this point you can go ahead and pull it out and test it and see if you have enough fluid on it or not. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick. Yeah, you can see the pink. It's on it right there. All right, all the way up here. That's good. That's good, guys. All right, so servicing your transmission is super easy, guys, and I hope you guys understand this step-by-step video. At this point, there's not a lot of money into trucking right now, so most of the video I'm going to be focusing on is some little DIY. Tomorrow I'm going to change a fuel filter and a water separator. Hopefully I'm able to make video on that as well. For this truck we have like a park. All right, so it might seem a little confusing for some of y'all because my other truck that over there, you guys can see, I only have neutral, reverse, and drive. I don't have park, right? So what we're gonna do is turn the key. All right, all the lights gonna come on like this, and then what we're gonna do here is to go straight to neutral. Right, we got it in neutral, then we go to drive, right, then we go to neutral. You got to follow up pretty quick. Then we go to drive, then we go to neutral, reverse, then we go back to neutral. You got to follow up quickly. Okay, that's kind of like how you do it, and then that's your reset. It's a quick process. Neutral, drive, neutral, drive, neutral, reverse, neutral. Pretty much. All right, it's gonna reset your code. But like I said, I don't have any code on this truck, so I see no reason, honestly, worrying about that. So after you're done doing your transmission service and everything, that's all you need to do. And by doing so, it will also help the shifting and all of that cool stuff. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is your boy from Africa. Like I said, it's 9 p.m. I should speak right now, so I'm about to go home and take a shower and get out of my DIY uniform. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love.